Just going to write it out a little bit more here as we wrap up July, but I do promise you by the time we get to the 7-day forecast and we talk about the beginning of August, we are actually going to get a little reprieve from the heat. But for the time being, we were talking about even if the cloud cover was to get heavier, it would not matter because that is simply the amount of humidity that we have hanging over the 4 states right now. It has been a gorgeous morning so far, though, over 7th and Rangeline. And look at this. We're already pressing up about 89 degrees and feeling like 100. Got to that triple-digit point here at the noon hour, and the humidity at 65%. You know, just to give you an idea, when we get one of those clear sunny days, say earlier in the month or even if it was late June, that humidity, even about right now, it'd be about 45%. In the afternoons, it would drop down to about 35%. That 20% makes a huge difference when we talk about the temperature, but what our body actually thinks it is. Ranging anywhere right now from the high 80s into the low 90s, and even though it doesn't look too bad because, you know, you go, we're in the yellow category. It certainly could be worse if we were in the green. Now, just throw up those triple digits just about everywhere, topping out as much as 105 in Neodesha, Parsons, and Independence. But if it makes you feel any better, if you're in Carthage, Mount Vernon, Gassville, or Neosho, your heat index readings are 99 right now. Let's also remember we have about 2.5 hours before we get to our peak heating time. Now, the heat advisory we've been used to, that's the counties indicated in orange, but we've got a new development for this afternoon, and that is the magenta color that has popped up. That is an excessive heat warning. If you harken back to yesterday, it was really about 3 counties in northeast Oklahoma that were in the excessive heat warning. But now we've had the Wichita National Weather Service, the Springfield National Weather Service, and also the one out of Tulsa chime in and expand those. That is an indicator that our heat index readings are going to be about in between 110 and 112 by the time we get done with the afternoon. And we're not the only ones with the expansion of those warnings. We've seen them through portions of the Deep South, up through Arkansas, Oklahoma, through us, and then in Minnesota as well. I guess if there's one good thing to say about our advisories and warnings, if you'll notice very top up by the Canadian border, we have been able to recede those just a little bit. And here's why. While the Skywatch Storm Tracker is clean for us, I want to kind of focus in on the jet stream. You'll notice it kind of has a little easterly push as far as the ridge goes. And so while it was hanging way up here yesterday, the fact that it sank a little bit, and you can tell, that's why North Dakota no longer has those. But you go North Dakota straight down to the central portion of the United States. And while we should say, yeah, you know, it's July, we'd be accustomed to this. I tell you what, it's going to be one of those prolonged heat waves, and that is honestly the problem. Severe thunderstorm risk map has all eyes focused up on the Great Lakes region. And while it hasn't been too bad so far, they really won't get to their peak hours until about 4 or 5 this afternoon. But even with that being said, multiple storm reports coming out of that same area classified as the high level, including 60-mile-an-hour winds and multiple reports of hail. Now, back here in the 4 states, we just got to find a way to stay safe and stay comfortable. I gave up using the word cool. Just stay comfortable here for not only today, but all the way into the weekend. Overnight, an indicator of what Thursday is going to be. Mid-70s. That's as low as we're going to go. Any of those raindrops that you do see that spit for 5 to 10 minutes will be south of I-44. And then as we cruise into Thursday, prepare for those heat warnings to just stick around because 96 is going to be our key number all the way through the end of July. I guess one nice thing we can think about, Tanya, is there when we look at the beginning of August for Monday and Tuesday, at least there are 80s on the horizon.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to that. Some light at the end of the tunnel.
Just got to get there first. Sorry for all you people that do have convertibles. They're going to be laughing at me on Monday and Tuesday because they will have the top down then.
Yeah, it'll be nice. All right, thanks, Michael.